Welcome to Baking Essentials 101. We're almost at the halfway mark of our 12-week course, and this week we're talking about pie crust. And whether you prefer pies or tarts or galettes, we're going to master that flaky crust and learn how to create both a sweet and a savory filling. Now, a great pie crust should be tender, buttery, and flaky. Achieving this texture comes down to using the right ingredients and techniques. The key components of any pie crust recipe includes flour to provide structure, butter which gives your crust a great flavor and flakiness, or shortening which makes your crust extra tender. Then you have your liquid, which is typically ice cold water. This binds everything together. And then you have salt, which just enhances the overall taste of your crust. And then sometimes sugar, which can add a touch of sweetness if desired. The key steps to always making the perfect pie crust: 1, keep your ingredients cold. This just prevents your butter from melting too soon in your pie crust. Number 2, you want to make sure that you're cutting the fat into the flour. So whether you're using butter or shortening, use a pastry cutter or your hands to work the butter into pea-sized pieces. Number 3, gradually add in your ice water. If you haven't quite mastered your pie crust recipe, you want to make sure that you're adding just enough water that holds the dough together. The 4th step is chilling your dough. You do not want to skip this step. Refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes to an hour before rolling it out. Number 5, roll out your dough evenly, rotating as you go just to make sure that you're getting an even dough. Number 6, if you need to, blind bake your pie crust. Some pies require pre-baking your pie crust before adding in the filling. So now that we have all of the tips and tricks on how to make a great pie crust, we're going to put this to use. Be sure to check my blog for the ingredients needed for the baking activity this week, along with additional information and tips on baking the perfect pie crust.